guys, welcome back to my channel and to today's video. In this video, I wanted to take you on a quick tour of our nursery and guest room. I'm very excited about this room and very proud of what I did with it. We were working with a very tight budget, and we were also working with a very small space to try to fit not only a nursery but also a guest bed into the room. And so it took a lot of thinking through, a lot of figuring out where furniture would go, but I'm very proud of how it turned out. So I wanted to do a little tour in case you're in a similar situation, if you have a tight space or if you're needing like a shared space, or if you're working with a tight budget, then maybe you can get some ideas from this video. Okay, so here's the room all finished. The decor theme I was going for in the room is a sort of colorful Mexican folk art with pops of color, especially oranges, reds, purples. I also wanted my daughter's theme in her nursery to be birds and flowers, but in the style of Mexican folk art, or as close to it as I could get. I wanted the room to have all of the essentials for her nursery space, but also be comfortable for guests when they needed to use the room. I was working with a very tight budget, and so I was limited with how many new decor items I could get. This room used to be my two older boys' bedrooms, so I was basically starting from scratch with furniture and decor. The only items that were already in the room were the floating bookshelves, which I did purchase off Amazon about 3 months ago. So let's go through what we have here. The most expensive item in the room was our mattress. I went back and forth for a long time about whether to buy a blow-up mattress that we could take out when guests stayed with us, or to get a full-size mattress. After talking with my husband about it, we decided to finally go with the full-size mattress since we knew we wanted a space where we could always have an extra bed available. Plus, I wanted a bed in the nursery because I was planning on sleeping in the guest room when she was born for at least the first bit of time until she was not nursing as much throughout the night. I've been doing this for about a month now, and I'm so glad we went forward with the bed in the room. So the mattress was around $400 new, and we got it from Costco. We had family who had given us some gift money that helped us pay for it, which is why we decided to go ahead and get it new. I knew we couldn't afford the kind of bed frame I wanted brand new, and since we spent so much on the mattress, I knew we couldn't spend more than $100 for a frame. I looked and looked for a couple weeks on Facebook Marketplace, and finally one day this frame popped up for $80. All wood, heavy duty, and no scratches. I was so happy. The comforter came from our master bedroom since it was a little too small for our queen-size bed. I will buy us a new comforter for the master bedroom later on. The decorative pillow was on sale at World Market. Okay, moving on to the crib. I was looking for a mini crib that had wheels because, 1, I knew it needed to fit into a tight space, and 2, I wanted to be able to move it out of the room and into our master bedroom when guests came. This is the Da Vinci Jenny Lind mini crib, and I found a lady selling it on Facebook Marketplace new in the box. It's currently going for $200 right now online, and she only wanted $80 for it. It was in perfect condition except for this one spot here, which is probably why it wasn't able to be sold in stores as a new product. Now you will see these marks here, but that actually came from my son gnawing on it one day after I put him down for a nap in here. I won't do that again because his crib has nice rail protectors on it. The mattress and crib sheets were both gifts from friends and family. This blanket here is something that I hand crocheted for my daughter. I've done a blanket for each of my babies, and it can be a keepsake for them when they are older. I wanted to stick with the colorful Mexican floral theme, so I went with a granny square crochet pattern. I'm so happy with how it turned out. Let me know in the comments if you crochet or knit, and what is your favorite thing you have made. I love this name sign and how it came out. The sign and the bird decorations were something I had to buy new since it is a customized decor piece, but I used gift money that was given for her baby shower. These curtains were a last-minute addition to the room. I was already feeling like the room needed a little bit more color, and I was worried about the sunlight because this room is east-facing and it can get very hot and bright during the day, so I knew I wanted to get some blackout curtains. Once again, we had some gift money from the baby shower, so I used that to get the curtains, the hooks, and the curtain rod off Amazon. Altogether, they cost around $80. It can be very hard to find Mexican folk art at a reasonable price, but I found this lovely print on Etsy. It was around $20, and then I grabbed this wooden frame from Hobby Lobby when they were having a 50% off sale on their frames. The frame and print ended up costing around $40. That is a great price for a large framed piece of art, and I love the way it looks in this room. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, these floating shelves were already up from when my boys were in the room, so I decided to just leave them and add some decorations to them. I found this plant at Goodwill, and these little flowers here are from World Market. They were on sale. This piece here was from Facebook Marketplace, and these were decorations from her baby shower, as well as the larger L sign up here. The rabbit was something we already owned, as well as the teddy bear on the nightstand. This nightstand is a really cool story. I was hunting on Facebook Marketplace for a wooden nightstand, but we had already spent money on the other pieces of furniture, so I knew we were super tight with what we could spend. Basically, I wanted as cheap as I could possibly get. I prayed for God to help me find the right piece, and one day I saw this in front of my neighbor's house for free. I snagged it, cleaned it up, and added some different knobs to the front that I already owned. I was so happy that it fits so well in the room, and it was exactly what I needed. I got both these items here from Goodwill. This houses her little books, and then this Ubi diaper pail I got off Facebook Marketplace for $18. I love the way this wall came out. This peacock art piece came from TJ Maxx, and I couldn't pass it up because I love everything about it. All of these baskets were from Goodwill, cost around $1 or $2 each. Finally, this embroidered ducky is such a special piece because it actually belonged to me when I was a baby. My mom brought up a few items that she had saved from my baby years, and I was so happy this fits so nicely with the other wall baskets. It's so fun to be able to have keepsakes to hand down to your children. This dresser was the perfect find. I needed a dresser that fit in this space, but it also needed to be tall enough for a changing table. And I wanted real wood, not particle board. Finally, it needed to be the right price. Well, after much searching, I found a lady selling this one for only $70 on Facebook Marketplace. In beautiful condition with only minor markings at the top, I found these Talavera decor knobs on Amazon and added them to give the dresser a bit more color and keep with the Mexican folk style of the room. The only downside is the knobs aren't the highest quality. One of them already came apart. Thankfully, I can just glue it using Loctite glue. On top, I have a basket with some bathing essentials and her changing pad. Here's a little basket I got from Goodwill to use for her toys. And then this rug was given to us by my parents. Okay, that is about it for the room. Let me go ahead and show you the closet here. I haven't spent a lot of time in the closet yet because that's a project that I want to spend more time being able to really organize well. But for now, I have her clothes separated and hung up by size. I have some extra diapers, some extra clothes packed away that are too big for her right now. And on the other side of the closet, here are some shoes that she will wear later on and some random things that need to get organized. All right, guys, that is it. Thanks for watching. I just wanted to go through and show you what I've done with this room. I'm really proud, particularly that I was able to do it on a budget, that we were able to get a lot of the things for the room. Basically, this whole room had to be, I didn't have really much of anything to start with. So everything had to be either purchased new or purchased used, but we didn't have any of the stuff already. And so just going through and thinking what kind of decor I wanted, what I wanted the room to look like, and how I was going to make it both a guest room and a nursery. So I'm really happy with how everything came out. And you know, the stuff that we did purchase new, thankfully we had some gift money from the baby shower. We were able to use that on things like the curtains, things that did need to be purchased new. But other than that, a lot of secondhand or thrift items that I was able to get, or items that we already had. There were a few, like the rug we already had, a few of the decorations for the walls. But anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any questions about it. Thanks for watching. Make sure to give it a like if you liked it and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.